Bonelab was released 29th September 2022 and was met with overwhelming success, making $1 million in the first hour of being released, becoming Meta's fastest selling game. But with all the success, was the game actually good? It's been 6 months since release, and strangely we have not heard much apart from a few updates. A lot of people on YouTube and other platforms have been disappointed with the game. This could be many of things. Although the game was very hyped, I think people got too ambitious at certain points and the game was overhyped. This video is not to hate on the game. I've enjoyed my time at Bonelab, although I can recognise the game has its flaws, but with that, Bonelab had a lot to live up to coming off the back of Boneworks. The Boneworks campaign was breathtaking, with a good level design and impact on the player. I feel as though Bonelab missed this aspect of Boneworks, with a shorter campaign than normal and a lack of story and direction. Half the campaign consists of collecting avatars, and when revisiting the game, it's pretty useless as the player already has most avatars and if not more. As well as this, I felt like there was no motivation. Compared to Boneworks, which was to reach the end of Monogon and reset the system clock, or you thought, the point is Bonelab felt like I was just existing in this world, just going through the game instead of doing something big. The radio guy you hear around the map, Jimmy, feels far less impactful compared to the people you'd hear on the TV around Boneworks.
You're on your own from here on out, pal. You're on loud and explosive. It's a long story.
Dude, they found you in the old offices. I mean, like the physical world version of you. How are you even still in there? That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, technically Look, you gotta get out of there right now.
On top of all that, the end of Bonelab had us with more questions than answers. Mods are a big selling point for Bonelab, more so than the game itself, with brand new modding tools supplied by Stress Level Zero themselves. However, since the release, mods are pretty much still the same. It's mostly avatars, custom weapons, and maps. However, there are some vehicles, but not too many. Boneworks, on the other hand, is the same as Bonelab in its current state of mods. Modding was a bit more complicated than Bonelab. It required the Meta Loader, a third-party mod loader, and most mods were hosted on Thunderstorm. Compared to Bonelab, which uses mod.io, which is slowly being the main modding site, especially for Quest 2. Using mod.io, you'll be able to install mods from inside the game, meaning people who own a Quest 2 but not a PC will be able to experience mods much easier. But it's still not in the game yet, as I hope this is something they're working on, as there is an option in-game for external mods, so I hope it's a thing. The gameplay for both games is the same for the most part. A full 3D physics environment fit with NPCs, guns, and vehicles. Being a sequel, it's to be expected Bonelab has improved on movement, climbing, and overall physics. Also, the game has more quality of life improvements, like pressing a certain button on your controller to drop magazines out your gun. That wasn't possible in Boneworks, as well as much more. We also have more game modes. We have the original arena mode from Boneworks, but Stress Level Zero have added 2 more modes. Tactical Trials is a fast-paced game mode where your aim is to finish the course in as little time as you can, and a parkour mode with the same aims as Tac Trials, but it's more of a race and less about shooting enemies. Bonelab has one thing over Boneworks, which is performance. The game was marketed for Quest 2, which means the game is going to perform better on PC no matter what. My old graphics card used to struggle on Boneworks like really bad, but then going to Bonelab on the same graphics card, I had a lot better performance. But with that, the fact Bonelab runs on a Quest 2 so well shows off what this mobile chip can really do. So, was Bonelab good? Short answer, yes. Was it better than Boneworks? In most aspects, yes. It's improved a lot on Boneworks, but the Bonelab campaign was very lacking in my opinion. I much prefer the Boneworks campaign. So with that all being said, if you haven't picked up Bonelab yet, and you're thinking of picking it up, the game is worth it, but please try and get it on sale. $40 is not worth, and I'd recommend either PC or Quest as the game offers pretty much the same thing. What I can say is this VR game offers nothing like any other VR game I've ever played. The full physics interaction is so goddamn good. It's like no other VR game. And that's it from me. I want to thank you very much for watching. I've put a lot of time into this video and I'm very proud of it. So if you liked it, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for another video.